Some houses seem perfect on paper. Big bedrooms, huge bathrooms, luscious gardens, and a price tag that's just too good to be true. But despite all this, some houses stay on the market for years, regardless of how cheap the owners drop their price. Whether it's a sordid, violent past, paranormal occupants, or a smell that just won't quit, there are many reasons why some houses will never sell, no matter how much of a bargain it may seem. Stick around for the top 10 houses that no one wants to buy for any price. This is one of the largest log cabins that you can find in the US. It is located next to 5,000 acres of forest right along the lake. The total area that this huge property covers is 26,000 square feet. It has a total of 23 bedrooms, and it comes with 4 complete apartments as outbuildings, a private marina, and a humongous bathtub. This mansion has a great history as well. It was built by the owner of General Motors and is even registered as a historic site by the National Register of Historic Places in the US. The Granite Loma was put up for sale at a price of $40 million, but it didn't sell. This price was cut in half in hopes of finding a buyer, but that didn't work as well. Owing to the age of the building and the remoteness of its location, it is still unsold to this day. A standard top-quality house in the state of New Jersey, this is a fairly attractive property with 6 bedrooms, 4 fireplaces, and 4 bathrooms. It was bought by a family for $1.5 million, but they never moved in. This property gets its name the Watcher House because whoever moves in starts to get threatening letters from mysterious people claiming to be the watchers of the house. The letters claim that this house belongs to their ancestors who were hired as caretakers of the property back in the 20s. This story got picked up by news outlets, making it go viral. The house has not been able to sell ever since, and when it was rented to someone, they started receiving the letters again, forcing them to move out. Located in the coveted East Upper area of Manhattan, New York, this property was the prized party house of famous designer Roy Halston Frowick in the 1970s. This apartment has a very rich history and had the wildest parties and hosted the most celebrities of all time. Given the association of famed names attached to it, this townhouse was listed for sale at $38 million, but has still not been sold. The price was reduced down to $24 million and more discounts were offered, but it just doesn't seem to attract any buyers. The reason for this might have been the controversial nature of the parties that were hosted in the apartment. Maybe buyers with that kind of money didn't want their name attached to a property that was notorious for hosting drug-fueled parties that made big headlines back in the day. Imagine a 6-bedroom house that covers almost 3,900 square feet of area and being on sale for just $10? Say what? You would think that it would have been sold right away, right? The Montclair house, which is over 100 years old, is that property. Despite being dirt cheap and having a historical significance, the property comes with its own set of complications. The land surrounding the house has been commissioned as a site for 8 more houses. The buyer of the house will have to renovate the house at their own expense and not by choice. The historic elements of the house will have to be preserved as they are, because this house is registered in the Historic Preservation Commission. The house has lead paint, which is hazardous for your health, as well as asbestos. Both of these bad things are required to be removed by law. So, owing to the complications that come with the property, it's no surprise that no one has stepped forward to claim this $10 mansion. This is yet another historic house that covers a total area of 7,200 square feet. The property is very well designed with a Greek theme. It has 6 bedrooms with 3 bathrooms and 5 fireplaces. A ballroom, parlor, and library add to the appeal of the property. It was put on for sale at $1 million, which is rather cheap considering the value of the real estate in the area. The price was further reduced by 50% when the house failed to attract a buyer, but it has still not been sold. The reason for that is when the house was undergoing renovations, the workers claimed that they saw ghosts, specifically a woman and a child. That's scary enough to make me want to stay away from it, unless someone plans to call the Ghostbusters. Anyone got their number? This is another historic property. It was originally built by Henry William Stegall in 1749. It has been renovated to make it a viable living option with all the modern amenities. It has a total area of 7,800 square feet, complete with 7 bedrooms, a carriage barn as a reminder of its history, and a guest house. It's huge! So it came as quite a surprise when this property, which could easily be worth a few million, was listed for just $825,000. The reason for this is a haunted history. It is claimed that the ghost of the original owner haunts this property. Some people have also claimed to have heard a woman crying in the bedroom. Even at such an attractive price point, it is just too scary to attract any buyers. I'm afraid it's just another job for the Ghostbusters. This beautiful mansion that was styled after Queen Anne was constructed in 1889. It is located on a hilltop, has 11 bedrooms with 7 bathrooms, and it covers an area of 5,800 square feet. It also provides a stunning view of the bay. This property was renovated and transformed into a hotel in its history as well. If it's such an attractive property, then you might be wondering what's it doing on our list? Well, it has a haunted history as well, which has prevented it from finding any suitable buyers. Reports of the mansion's long-gone owners roaming around in the mansion have detracted any potential buyers. Who you gonna call? This mansion is a serious work of art. It is a 6,700 square foot house that is styled in the Victorian theme with a total of 10 bedrooms and woodwork that dates clear back to 1875. The price for such an impressive property should easily be a couple of $1 million, but it was listed at a bargain basement price of $329,000, and yet still hasn't been sold. Can you maybe guess the reason why? Yep, you guessed it. The place is haunted. There is a good reason that it is considered to be one of the most haunted houses in the whole United States. There have been a total of 7 deaths here, and many paranormal activities happened after this. This mansion has been featured on countless television shows which have made it notoriously famous for being haunted. Since no one wants to share their house with unwanted guests of the ghost kind, this has not found a buyer. Hey, it's really starting to get creepy around here now. This is the perfect house if you're looking for a Georgian-style mansion that has all the amenities that you can expect from a quality modern home, such as an office, swimming pool, library, music room, and a greenhouse. Oh, you know where we're going with this one. This house was owned by a Dr. James Priestley back in the 1950s, and it seems like he still lives there and doesn't want to let go of his property. There have been several reports of strange activity inside the house, things moving on their own, and creepy sightings of a figure that looks a lot like a woman sitting on the porch. Despite being the perfect house, it has not had any offers from buyers due to these reasons. This huge mansion is spread over a staggering 21,000 square feet. It has 12 bedrooms and a 400-foot-long private beach. It also has a very rich history, having been the home to nobles and royals such as the Duke of Windsor. It was restored after being abandoned for almost 50 years and then was put on the market for a cool $18 million. But this price has dropped by half over a period of 10 years, but it has still not been sold. The reason is, you guessed it, ghosts. This dream mansion also appears to be haunted, as there have been reports of sightings of ghosts walking in the hallways of the house. It has not found any buyers to date because of this. That's all we got for now, folks. But before we go, we want to know, would you dare move into some of these scary haunted houses? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. We worked hard on it just for you. And if you want to see more,
if you like our video, then please like, comment and subscribe. And thanks for watching.